So welcome everybody from really all over the world. Really nice to have such a diverse group geographically and all different kinds of wonderful people. My name is Jonathan Ratner, and my wife and I are the founders and the owners and the operators of CareerWise, we have invited you to this webinar this evening about our courses in cybersecurity and in digital marketing and the opportunities you have in these fields. So I'm going to tell you the whole story for most of an hour, and you could write questions in the chat if you wanted. So we've been doing this since 2009. And what we do we have an Israeli nonprofit organization called Somet Yiutz Limudim. Today we're CareerWise, and we're market-based career counseling and training programs. We understand people, we understand the market. We've developed programs that take ambitious and motivated people and give them the skills they need to get jobs in the international market. It's a match. How did we get here? So we began actually with career counseling and helping individuals to figure themselves out of who am I and their skills and personality, their inclinations, what are they looking for, what are their values, internal factors and external factors, expectations, economic factors. And we found that we needed to develop new pathways. There were a limited number of pathways, particularly in Eretz Yisrael, in the Beis Yaakov system. The young women had a choice of just 2 or 3 pathways, and so we developed new pathways for training and employment. And that's what we've been doing. And so we found some really valuable opportunities for people from our community to get trained online and work online and earn a nice living. So that's what this is about. Our value proposition is our deep understanding and respect for every individual, for people. We love people. And we have valuable connections to industry in a number of fields. And we ourselves are a growing family-owned business. We have a business called Telarm, which provides cybersecurity services internationally. And we're working with people that are selling digital marketing services. And so through those means, we're able to help our students who complete our program successfully to do an internship through our own company or to help place them through other companies and help them get started in their career. I have a free gift for everybody tonight. As I said, we began from career counseling. We have a proprietary online career guidance test and report. So anybody who would like to take a free career test can go to our website, careerwise.info, and in the contact page, send us a message saying, I'd like to take the career test. And I can send you then a link to take the test, and that will give you insight into yourself. We use different methodologies, including MBTI, 16 different personality types, the Holland method. And so you'll learn something about yourself and fields that would be appropriate for you if you're thinking about different things or want to learn more. And so you get like a 10 or 15 page report about yourself and your personality type. So that's a gift from us to you. It usually costs 100 shekels for people to do it, but we're offering that for free for making it to the meeting tonight. Okay. So we're not a get rich quick scheme, or we're not any kind of schemers. We're career counselors, we're business people, we're in education, and we're in cybersecurity. And we've been doing this for a number of years. So we have a bunch of graduates who are working in the field, people from the US, we have people in England, people in Europe, a lot of people in Eretz Yisrael. So we feel that we are serving the community and have a really strong track record to back up what we're doing. Because you might think, does this really work? Can I really, study online for a year, do some internship and get a job and do it? And the answer is yes. If you're willing to make the commitment and you're ambitious and you have some brains and you're a little bit technical, these are technical courses. So if you have that, then you could do this. And again, it's proven, it works. So why did we choose these fields? Why cybersecurity and online digital marketing? Why are these a good fit for our community? So there's a number of reasons. This makes sense, and it's not something, we fell out of bed one day and thought of this. This is something, it's trial and error, and it's been developed over years, and we've been doing it now for a long time. So the first thing is that there's a shortage. There's an opportunity here, both in Israel and the international industry. I'm going to show you the numbers, I think, in the next slide. There are actually millions of unfilled positions, particularly in the cybersecurity field. The barrier to entry is brains, or really skills. You don't need a college degree. So if you have a college degree, that's of course very valuable, but you don't need a college degree to get a job in these fields. There's relatively high pay after relatively short education, right? If you want to become a doctor, you could do very well, but you have to spend 8 years in medical school. This is different. This is something where over a year plus, you can gain the necessary skills and then start earning. You won't start at a high salary, but you'll start at a reasonable salary, and then the sky's the limit because of the demand for these specialized skills. And because they're online based, a lot of the positions ultimately could be remote and offer flexibility, including work from home possibilities, which is a really good fit for our community because we're family oriented. We have kids, we have families, we have davening, we have koilo, we have different stuff going on in our lives. And so flexibility and working from home are really valuable too. We've had a lot of people who, some women, for example, who have finished the course and did not want to take a full-time position. They wanted a part-time position, and they were able to do that because of the nature of these businesses. So let me move this. So the opportunity comes from HR, from human resources. There's a shortage. The cybersecurity industry has experienced a persistent shortage of human resources. This is not new. It's ongoing. A global need for 4 million workers. As of 23, it's expected to worsen, potentially leading to a gap of more than 85 million workers. That's unbelievable by 2030. So there's a shortage of people who really know how to do stuff and really are experts. Regarding digital marketing, the market is robust and growing. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, that's in the US, job demand for all marketing careers, including digital marketing, is expected to increase by 10% by 2026. It's a growing market. I saw today that over 66% of marketing expense is spent on online marketing. So it's growing, and it's huge.
So
okay.
if I may just ask briefly, so I'm coming from a
Russell,
background.
I'm sorry, but I'm actually going to ask you to hold your question till the end, or you'll ask me privately. I just have too many people here to take questions like that at this point. So excuse me, but I'm not going to take it right now. I want to share with you now something about the gig economy. Maybe some of you have heard of it, perhaps not. I'm going to share a little video about it. A gig is, usually we think of it as a musical thing, but here we're going to see that the economy and the employment structure and the idea of getting a job and having a job for decades at the same company almost doesn't exist anymore. It's much more likely that you're going to work at different places. So I want to share with you at this point an introduction to the gig economy. So let me put it on the screen. Here I go. Okay.
The word gig usually conjures visions of a one-off musical performance. It happens once and then the band is off to find their next performance, or gig. Gig is actually a slang term, meaning a job for a specified period of time. But it's found its way into mainstream business vocabularies as more and more communities trend toward a gig economy. A gig economy is a free market system in which temporary positions are common. Freelancers, independent contractors, project-based workers, and temporary hires all fall under the title gig workers and are found across every industry. Gig employees could be writers, rideshare drivers, photographers, accountants, realtors, handymen, programmers, tutors, artists, dog walkers, really anyone who enters into formal agreements with a company to provide services without being on the company's payroll. With digitization, the workforce is increasingly mobile, so workers can select temporary jobs from around the world, and employers can find the best individuals for each job, without as much geographic constraint. The gig economy also saves businesses resources, like benefits, office space, and training, while providing employees benefits like an improved work-life balance and freedom to select jobs, or gigs, that they're interested in. While this flexibility is appealing, gig workers in turn usually trade that in for modest pay, little or no health or retirement benefits, tax complications, and out-of-pocket equipment expenses. And there's a blurred line between those who voluntarily work as contractors and those who are being taken advantage of by an employer that might classify someone as a contractor to get out of paying fair wages and benefits.
So a couple of reasons I wanted to share that video. In our online courses, you're going to do a lot of online learning, research, using YouTube and other online resources. And so I wanted to share an online resource. Not everybody who graduates the course is going to be working gigs. A lot of people will get firm jobs, part-time, full-time. But I wanted to introduce you to the concept, especially in digital marketing. There's a lot of freelancers and a lot of working in the gig economy. So I wanted to introduce that term. Let me go back to my presentation. Okay. So we have good connections to industry in Israel and outside of Israel, particularly in the tri-state area. I was going to show you a video, but I'll leave it out. But here's a Haredi woman I want to share with you. Her name is Ann Neuberger. She's a Beis Yaakov woman, and she was appointed by Biden. I think she's still working for Trump. She's the Deputy National Security Advisor for Cyber and Emerging Technology. This is a woman, Hannah Kay, part of our team, because Ann Neuberger came to Israel, and Hannah Kay got to participate in a roundtable. So I'm showing you that people from our community have risen to the highest levels in the field of cyber. Here's another guy. He was ranked the 23rd best hacker in the world by Google. He's an Avrech from Haifa. Who works in cyber? 34% of the people have no prior experience. So, a question everybody asks is, what do I need to know before the course, or what are the prerequisites? There's no particular prerequisites. You don't have to have studied computers or anything else. You have to be ready to learn, and it's really a lifetime of learning. It's ongoing learning. But prior experience in the field in technology is not required. The field of cyber is diverse. There's people doing all kinds of different things, all kinds of different people working in cyber. I'm going to have a few slides now about cybersecurity, and then I'm going to have a few slides about digital marketing. I wanted to address each one of them separately. So in terms of cyber, I'm going to describe now 4 different types of jobs. The first job are for accounting type people who might work in a bank or an accounting firm or as a bookkeeper, because there's a lot of regulations and auditing in the field of cyber. So for those kind of people, there's something called GRC, which is governance, risk, and compliance. And so it's paperwork and keeping companies safe by making sure that they're complying to all the relevant regulations. There are hackers, red teamers, who are trying to simulate what the bad guys are doing, to test the system, to see its vulnerabilities, and to report on them. And that's also a huge opportunity for people who like to break things, to take them apart, to see how you could break in. Training is also a really big part of cybersecurity, because the human factor is still the weakest link in the chain. So training other people, being on a company's staff or a cyber company's staff, to give training, seminars and workshops and phishing tests and so forth. Training is also a big part of cyber. And the last is for personalities who are like scientists or mathematicians, who love to research things and to figure things out and to solve complex puzzles. So research and development, to be a cyber researcher, to do reverse engineering of malware. These are also really valuable opportunities in the field of cyber. So cyber is a really complex ecosystem that has all different kinds of people working in it. This is a great slide showing different domains within the world of cyber. from security architecture to frameworks and standards, career development, security operations, threat intelligence, user education, governance, and this one is risk assessment. Okay, so it's not like everybody working in cyber is going to end up doing the same thing. On the contrary, there's a bunch of diverse opportunities in that field. Specifically, people from our courses have usually ended up in one of 6 positions upon completion of the course. What do our graduates do? A SOC analyst. A SOC is a security operations center, where they're looking at screens and reading logs of what's going on in the network of a company. A cybersecurity researcher, doing research online and summarizing the research to share with others. I mentioned GRC, governance, risk, and compliance specialists. Incident response, when hackers actually hit some company and they need to respond. Pen tester, right? Testing penetration, looking for vulnerabilities in a company's system. We have a bunch of graduates who work in that. And the last is a CISO. A CISO is the Chief Information Security Officer of a company. And smaller companies don't have a full-time CISO. They maybe don't need it or can't afford it. So they have a vCISO, which is a virtual CISO. So a number of our best students work today as virtual CISOs for half a dozen different companies, and they are responsible for the overall security posture of these companies. So that's a great position where you're reporting to top management of companies after working in the field just a few years. That's really challenging and exciting. What kind of personalities should come into the field of cyber? The main thing is a curiosity and love of learning. Strategic thinkers, people who stay calm under pressure, attention to detail, creative problem solving, be able to communicate clearly. Then you're going to learn about information management, a little bit of coding and Python, and then maybe along the way you'll find a specialization, and we will give you guidance on getting certifications. We happen to be in Israel. I mean, it's not Stam. We love being in Israel, and it's very meaningful to us. Israel is a blessed country. So not only are the eyes of God here every day, all year, but because of our challenges, we've risen to be a world leader in many fields. Cyber is one of them. Israel's a world leader in cyber. These are astounding statistics. Over 1/3 of the world's cyber unicorns, that's a company that does an IPO for over $1 billion, more than 1/3 of them are Israeli. 41% of cybersecurity firm investment around the world were invested in Israeli companies. I mean, Israel's a tiny company, and 41% of all investment in cyber is in Israel. So $8 billion. So we're in a unique situation where, because of the threats to Israel and the strategic development of Israel and its army, and actually one of our teachers right now is from the unit 8200, which is famous in the Israeli Defense Forces as being the cyber directorate of the Israeli army. So we're part of this ecosystem, this world-leading cyber technology, and we're able to share that with our community from our unique perspective. So that's really valuable opportunity. Okay, those are my slides on cyber. I'm now transitioning to talking about our course called MarketWise, which is AI-powered digital marketing. Digital marketing, right, is selling stuff online or advertising stuff, growing your client base, etc. And it's AI-powered. AI is the next big thing. It's a really big thing. And it's, whether it's going to put people out of jobs is an open question, but that you need it to get a job, because at your job interview, your boss is going to say, do you know how to use AI? And so you definitely need to say yes. And so you need to learn the skills of how to use AI in marketing. So that's what this course is about. Here are a brief overview of the topics in the course: social media marketing, AI for marketing, brand management, audience targeting, influencer marketing, working with people, big name people who are relevant to your field, digital marketing, web development. So there's analytics, using Google Analytics, using LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, using all different social media marketing. and the hands-on skills of how to run campaigns and keep track of them and to grow the reach of companies. So in terms of what you're going to do after this course, actually I have a slide about it. The job market for skilled digital marketers, it's a growing market. It's thriving, continues to grow. It's expected to create millions of new jobs. The outlook has projected growth of 10%. Embracing AI capabilities, individuals greatly increase their value. So one of the reasons that working in digital marketing is attractive is because of the flexibility, the remote or on-site positions, competitive salaries, opportunities for advancement, and the fact that you get to work on new things all the time. You learn about new products, new services, and you get to use creativity in how to market them. So if you're interested in business, you're interested in advertising, you're interested in marketing, maybe have a little bit of artistic bent, but you're also technical. So digital marketing is a really great opportunity. That's a really thriving market and has a lot of opportunities. What are specific job positions, career paths in digital marketing? So as I mentioned, we talked about the gig economy. There's freelancing, there's part-time and full positions. One of our graduates in the program is a young man who's started his own company, and he's turning to us also for human resources to help support his growth. So entry-level positions include assistant media planner, digital marketing planner, brand manager, associate paid search manager. And more advanced positions, digital marketing manager, SEO, is search engine optimization to get a website on the front page of Google and so forth. Social media manager, email marketing specialist, digital advertising executive, and data analysis. So there is also, some math, but definitely technical, also in the field of digital marketing. For those of you in Israel, you can appreciate these numbers. The average monthly Israeli salary in high tech was 28,000 shekels, 2.7 times higher than the average salary in the rest of the economy, which is 10,000 shekels. So the moral of that story is that you want to be working in high tech. So you want to get the training you need so that you can be earning a nice salary like that over the long term. How do our courses work? So the courses are a combination. You can actually see the syllabus for both courses online on our website, careerwise.info. Go to courses and you can see the cybersecurity course, and you can see also the MarketWise course. So there you can see the detailed syllabus. But it means to show up once a week for online live classes, the attendance. It's a Zoom class. We use Slack as a means of communicating with one another, sharing resources. We have a Google Classroom where assignments are given and turned in. We have a Teachable platform that we also use where the instructor puts up videos that the students are expected to watch during the week and do assignments and the research and so forth. So there's like about 2 hours of live online class on Sundays. And then there's another 5 to 10 hours a week that you would want to put in on your own, researching and doing the assignments. So homework and research is B. C are tests and projects. D is internship at the conclusion of the course, an internship in our company or in another company that would help you find. And then E is placement, which part of that is teaching you soft skills, how to write your CV, how to conduct yourself in a job interview. That's something that I myself teach. My wife and I, we're not the teachers of these courses. We're not super technical people. We're people, and we're entrepreneurial, we're business people. So we have expert teachers who are younger than us, almost a generation younger than us, who are teaching these classes, who are experts in their field of cyber and of digital marketing. So that's the structure of the courses. Another nice feature of our courses is that we bring guests who are our graduates or people from the field who can serve as your mentor and give you tips about how to advance your career in whatever field you choose. So I do want to be really clear that this is not magic, and it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, like I said. We can open doors for you. We can help you learn really valuable skills. But ultimately, you got to deliver the goods, right? You're going to have to spend hours and hours in front of the screen and doing the learning and doing the homework and doing research. So it's going to be your fingers on the keyboard that are going to create value, which ultimately is for yourself and your family and your future, your financial security. So what we're offering is that we'll show you the way to work hard and earn an honorable living. And we do know the way, and we have tens or hundreds of people who have done it. And we'll also, there's like an online community of these people that you can reach out to them and hear from them how they've done it, and they'll be happy to give you guidance. So that's what we're talking about, right? A covenant of we're providing a platform and professionals and guidance, but then you guys gotta deliver the goods. Of course, I will send a recording of this meeting to everybody who signed up for it. And a recording, of course, are available for all the classes that you take. Sometimes people have conflict or things they can't show up on a given day, and that's okay. So on the Slack channel or wherever it is, people have access to all the classes that are recorded as they're given. Let me see what I have. So let me talk a little bit more about the internship. Two things I want to talk about more at the current time. One is certifications, especially in cyber. Getting an internationally recognized certification is very valuable part of the program and the value proposition. Ultimately, we'll give you recommendations of where to turn to get an internationally recognized certification, and also in digital marketing. Google has things, Facebook has things, and so it's nice to have certificates that testify to your particular skills in the field. So that was one thing I wanted to mention. The other is internships. So we have a company working in cyber that we can offer our students, and that's why we're limiting the opportunity to 15 students in each course, because we want people that are really dedicated and that ultimately we would like to work with. And so we're gonna offer you the opportunity to have an internship with us that will help you put that on your resume so that you can get then your first paid job, whether that's with us or with somebody else out there. So that's part of the deal. So somebody asked, and this was my next slide is about private conversations. In order to discuss, is this really for you, and are we really for you, and you really for us, I'm gonna share with you also after this meeting a link to sign up for a 15-minute interview where you'll present yourself as a candidate for the course if you so choose, and we'll get to know you. You'll get to know us as you've gotten to know us over this time, and then you can make a decision to register for the course or not. So that's what I'm going to do after this meeting. Yes, so Shane asked a question about placement. So as I said, we help train you in soft skills. We have connections. We're as this slide says, we're not magicians. We don't own the market. The market is the ultimate arbiter. The market is the boss. So the experience that you get in an internship, the skills you get in the program help you be placed. We've placed, we have a really high percentage of placement of the students who complete our programs because of all the value in the skills they've learned and the introductions we make and the soft skills. So that is how placement goes. Hannah, you like to speak now?
Yeah.
I'm introducing now my wife. She will share her perspective. Here's Hannah.
Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm actually from Russia. My husband from America, but we live here in Yerushalayim HaKodesh in Jerusalem. So I just wanted to share with you basically the career counseling. I'm doing it for like 16 years already, meeting a lot of people, helping people, and I think what makes our course really special, and that's why we care so much who will be the people who are coming in, because it's like family. Okay, our students, it's like family, and they actually getting hands-on experience in our company. which most courses or most places, they don't provide people with real experience. So when you graduate and even you have like a degree, you have a degree in computer science, you have a degree in marketing, and then people come to me and say, I can't find a job. And why they can't find a job? If they have a fancy degree, they studied for 3 or 4 years, they can't find a job because they don't have any experience. They never really did anything, okay? They don't have hands-on experience. And every employer, the first question is, what do you know how to do? It's about doing. It's not about theoretical knowledge. And that's why when I started, we started together this program, I knew that the most important things and to provide people with hands-on experience. Because if they can put on their CV that they have worked for a year in a company and did this and that and other things, it's totally, they're getting totally different, they seen very differently in the world of business. They're professionals who know how to do things. They're not just graduated. It's true they're juniors, but juniors with experience and not juniors just after college. So I think that the main thing that, really makes us so different, it's the fact that people are actually doing things, working together with us, providing cybersecurity services and marketing services. And because we have a company, we have connections. Okay, and we're all competitors and friends at the same time. So if I don't have a place in my company, we can put somebody in somebody else's company. I speak to all the people in the industry, so it's easy, and they already know we have very good name, and they know if they worked for us, they can do things for them. So this is the secret of our success, and that's why, again, we don't take a lot of people. We can, we're limiting our courses always for small amount of students because I can't really provide this hands-on experience and placement to, to larger groups of people. So that's where we're holding. We're starting now our course next week.
I'm gonna put the dates.
My husband is gonna put all the dates. So we're trying to now to screen and to talk to all the people who are interested, and see if we're, if they're interested in us, if we can help them. My point, if I'm not accepting someone, it's because I don't believe that I can help this person, not because like it's, it just, we're here to help, we're here to do good, and this is, that's what we're about. So my husband is going to share with you what the time and when we're starting and the process of how to sign in for the interview. Thank you very much.
Okay, so the call to action after tonight's open house, you're thinking about studying cyber digital marketing. Do you have what it takes? So sign up for an online interview. We're going to be spending the next week and a half conducting these interviews. It's a Google thing to sign up. They're 15-minute slots. There's ultimately 15 spaces in each course. The first day of the weekly online classes for CyberWise is February 23rd. That's 2 weeks from tonight. MarketWise is the week after, March 2nd. If a person, was never available on Sundays, or they wanted to do a really intense program and finish in 6 months, there are on-demand study possibilities. We recommend doing the courses as part of a class because there's power in the class, in the group dynamic of being part of a community and other people that get together every Sunday, and you can ask questions of each other. There's definitely benefit of being part of a year-long class. The classes go for 11 months. But we do also have students who are doing it on their own, on an on-demand way, meeting with the instructor more or less once a week. So how long did each course run? I just answered that, David, for 11 months. And so I'm going to email this link. You don't have to copy it from here, for you to sign up for an interview, which starts tomorrow. And again, we're looking to fill up the courses on a first come, first served basis. There's a registration form and a registration fee of 1,000 shekels. to be paid once you and we have made a decision that the course is right for you. So that's the process. So as I said, I will send a recording of this open house, and I will send a link to this Google form to sign up for an interview. And we look forward to hearing more from you. The price is on the cyberwisecourse.com. It shows the price. The full price is $8,900 for the course. There is a discount for students in Israel. Okay, I'm going to call it a night, and I thank everybody for being here, and looking forward to continued interaction and hoping to do wonderful things together. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much.
My
Maybe
pleasure.
somebody wants to ask questions.
No,
תודה רבה.
good night. Call too.
Uh,
You're welcome.